All right, for this video, we're gonna talk about Sgraffito, right? And Sgraffito, by its definition, is a technique in which you scratch a design or pattern through a layer of paint to reveal either the paper or the canvas itself, or a layer of paint below that, okay? So if we bring in an example here, the basis behind for Sgraffito is if I come and I paint a color here, I can use a tool to then help scratch that color away. Now, one of the easiest tools is I can turn my paintbrush around, and I can go ahead and scrape some of that paint away with the butt end of my paintbrush. Okay? Now, it's not just your paintbrush. I could bring back in my palette knife and use that to help actually scrape away some paint. I can even bring in some of these tools like that cotton swab, maybe that butt end of it. I could bring in even paper clips, ends of pens, things like that, that I can use to help scrape some of this paint away. Now it says designs or patterns, thinking about how small little lines, repeated lines, a couple of big lines, wide lines are different things that you can do for different samples. Another example of a sample is if you've painted something already, a lot of students like to then take some black paint and paint it over top of that colorful painting that they've done below. And then after they have kind of a good base layer of black kind of in front of this, they can then take a tool and scrape away that black, and you get kind of that colorful rainbow effect, or the colors that you have below. And almost think of it as like that scratch paper maybe you used to have and work with as a kid. One thing about Sgraffito is that you need to have that top layer of paint that you're actually scratching away be wet. If you wait too long or let that dry, then trying to, even if I came over here, trying to scrape away that paint isn't gonna work once it's actually dry. So you need to just make sure you're either using a lot of paint so it stays wet, or you're working fast to help scrape that paint away.